in the front row, Hosea Marks and Ruben Smuts in the second row, Ioane Valentino, Ciel Rivaka and Patrick Tuiali'i in the back row, Cameron Nartai and Chris Bell, the 9-10 in the centres, Taane Nui Phillips and Jacob Mounsey. On the wings, Noble De Monte and Oscar White and Connor Allen at fullback.
Yeah, and we've got Wagner, Tatafu, Churchwood, very experienced front row for UWA as we are underway.
So Joondalup kicking off, UWA taking that into the sunshine that is here in Perth this afternoon. We've had a wonderful run of weather, been fairly dry, and again dry conditions. So does UWA just inside their own half, looking for their first win of the season, as we mentioned, as Brendan Vorster goes to the sky early on. A late change to the line. It's a wonderful take there. University showing a little bit of flair and razzle-dazzle in the early stages. Reggie Churchwood. Solid hit midfield there by Ioane Valentino. This is Oscar Anderson making some ground. Vorster sniped down that short side. This is Tian Tufan, tries the in and away. Still going though, looking towards the line, and he's going to get there. So first try of the afternoon coming in the opening minutes to the University through TM Tufan. Just TM too fast.
TR too fast he was indeed, Mick, and great little piece of identification there by Brendan Vorster as well. Just noticing that there's the Joondalup players, they jammed in, they defended a little bit outside in, so they'd left themselves short with anyone folding. But plenty of work as well for Tian Tufan to do there towards the end, beating about 3 tacklers and a pretty soft effort as we see beats on the outside, and then he's just too good, able to come through and just between two of the Joondalup defenders there, unfortunately. But early points for UWA.
Yeah, so some sloppy defence as the extras are added there by Bradley Roderick Evans in the number 10 jersey this afternoon for the students.
Just as they are making their way back towards halfway as well, the rest of that UWA team, we've got Joshua Hill, Jack Bromley, the captain in the second row, Zach Oosthuizen, Jack Wickham, Villavi Swalu at number 8, Vorster Evans, 9-10 combination, Riley and Anderson in the centres, Tufan Anderson on the wingers, and Jordan Grattan at fullback.
Inside.
So University again, the clearing kick through Evans. So Joondalup, their first chance with the ball this afternoon, just taking play inside University Church, referee playing advantage. Jinking run from the brothers takes play up to the 10-metre line. Valentino splits them wide open, still going. Tremendous run from the big number 6. Got the students on the back foot, so great opportunity here for brothers. Only 2 metres away. Bell with it, offloads, still playing advantage. Some sharp feet there from De Monte. So some nice play by brothers.
Oh, great little piece of play, and through the midfield as well. Ioane Valentino making the big break through the centre, absolutely splitting them wide open. Great yards through the middle, and Ethan Riley, his first involvement in the UWA this year with his new team, unfortunately gets him sent. Have a little quick sit down and have a think about what he just did for 10 minutes.
Yeah, so Ethan Riley and Jordan Grattan, some nice pickups for University coming across from Wanneroo.
And another nice pickup as well for UWA is Dante Tatafu as well, the young hooker. He spent a little bit of time at Perth Bayswater before making his way east. Played in the Shoot Shield last year for Souths, and he's come back and he's combining to make a formidable front row formation with Wagner and Reggie Churchwood as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty handy front row.
It's a big, strong front row and an experienced front row as well. You've got, especially so even someone like Reggie Churchwood, who has spent a little bit of time playing in this club competition over here in between positions, but the last 12 to 18 months he has been focusing on just playing either side of front row, either at loose head or tight head. getting experience as well in that Toyota Challenge Series last year with the Force playing against the Cheetahs in a 4-game series, and he's still training with the Western Force squad full time.
So big opportunity here for Joondalup. Nartype with the feed. They go to the left. Oh, loose ball. So University let off the hook through a Joondalup mistake. They'll be disappointed with that one, Tess.
Yeah, and they just looked like they just forced it just that little bit, like they stuck their nose through the other side.
Late hit, which they might check. He looks a bit angry. And number 6 for Brothers.
Yeah, Valentino. I think he blitzed through, and they're checking just the late hit, but they're happy with it. And they're going to play on no advantage from the previous knock-on with that UWA kick going into touch on the full.
So the students with the scrum feed, thanks to Brendan Vorster. Still under pressure though, the students. Good solid platform picked up off the back there by Sawalu. Has a scamper, looks to the outside, finds the support. Chip over the top. Defence scrambling. It's a nice bounce, nice cleaned up there by Joondalup.
That's fine.
Cavalry starts to arrive. And Uni gets the penalty. Pretty happy too.
Oh, big little phase of play there for UW, going from 5 metres out, and just it was the Swalu break off the back of the number 8 off the back of the scrum, getting his arms free, and then getting upfield, and just the chase was good enough. You could see Zach Oosthuizen there. He's the one that won the ball, turned it over, and then Joondalup nothing to do but infringe to try and slow that ball down to get it back. And UWA, from a 5 metre scrum, here they are about 10 to 15 metres out from that Joondalup line.
So Tatafu with the throw. Well won by Hill. They close around him. Start to march towards the line. Looks like Tatafu has got it at the back.
That's one.
They peel off. All very slow to come out. Now it comes. The pick and drive off the back. The defence is equal to the attack. Joondalup defending well. They scamper around that short side though, and the try's awarded. We'll try and pick up who it was.
No, I think it's that number 8 again, Vilavi Sawalu. He's getting the pats on the back of their heads. You see the number 8 here. He's at the back of that ruck as Reggie Churchwood sends him one way. And Sawalu as well sees the opportunity and barges over the line.
So certainly making an early impression in this match out at HBF Arena. Vilavi Sawalu, a great break. And now the try as the reward. And it will be Bradley Roderick Evans looking to increase the students' lead. Out by 12-0 already. 8 minutes gone. Not sure what sort of socks he's wearing. Are they from the Mitch Hardy cupboard of socks?
Questionable. Maybe he looks like
Has he just cut the tops off them?
Yeah, I think he's got the classic Clay Ewan grip sock going there down the bottom. Though it does look like
He's got Mitch Hardy written all over it, the boots as well. Moves into it. And just pushing it out to the side, so the score will remain 12 points to 0.
Mitch Hardy loves a Larry pair of boots, that's for sure.
And a Larry pair of socks too. You should see his collection.
Especially just to match up, look like a pair of sweatbands on the ankles there.
No one likes sweaty ankles, Tess. So Joondalup with the restart. returning that one back up to the 10-metre line. And it will be forward Hemi.
Okay. Green, take a step. Don't move off the mark. Thank you.
So Hemi with the throw. It's been spoilt there by University. Bromley, I think it was, getting his big mitt in the way. And the students with another chance to attack. This is Wickham. Forster goes to short side to Bromley. And a consistent name in lineups at University over the last few years. The skipper, Forster goes to the sky. It's an ugly one. And here they go, University. There were calls of knock on. The referee was happy with it. They make their way down that short side. It's Forster to Wagner. It's a little cross kick. And he's...
Nice little cross kick.
I thought that was actually almost Jordan Grattan scored. I thought it was a Joondalup player. I'd like to see if he was onside.
Nice little cross kick. It's an absolute perler there. Put it straight on the money, and I think we were talking about Ethan Riley's first involvement as a player in at UWA. I believe this is the first time we've said Jordan Grattan's name as well, and his first touch in his new colours this year.
You're sure he wasn't standing on Brothers' side? It was almost like an AFL. Just a nice little forward pass. He found the space, but Jordan Grattan. Nice vision from Roderick Evans.
Absolutely, and just having that awareness that, you know, that Joondalup team, they had bundled up, they'd swarmed a little bit closer together when they were prepping for that box kick. They never found their space in that defensive line again. And great communication. I'm sure Jordan Grattan, he was making a fair bit of noise there to make sure he got noticed, and Roderick Evans doing what any good 10 should do, giving it to his playmaker when he's in space.
So University doing it easy this afternoon in the sunshine out at Joondalup Brothers. Brothers with the bye in round one, so this is their first hit out for points in 2024, and it's not starting the way that they would have been hoping for. Ball slow to come out.
Use it now!
The referee wants to play on, as do the fans. Forster this time a better kick from him. And Joondalup with a chance. Roderick Evans making the tackle. Go to short side, some solid defence. Richmond to Arfe. Valentino, he's been good. Joondalup using their big men, trying to bend this University defensive line.
Yep. Every time, mate. Advantage.
So playing with the free roll of the dice here. They can chance their hand. Nartai trying to spark something. Ball gets ripped away, and the referee will call it back.
Number 8, high tackle.
The ruling there, as you heard, a high tackle called against Sawalu.
And Joondalup kind of showing how they're going to look to play. They're going to look to use those big men, especially they've got, you know, Wentold, Hemi, Ta'afe, and Patrick Tuilagi as well in that forward pack. 4 big boys they're going to look to carry, look to get some momentum and take that UWA pack on. UWA more than up to the challenge there. A lot of phases played there by Joondalup. They earned the infringement. They've earned their way down inside the 22 for the second time this match. Getting to the point they almost need to come away with points soon, don't they, Mick?
Yeah, it's, you know, you can't let University keep getting this roll on. 14 points, 14 minutes gone, 19 points down. They need to score. This could be an opportunity for them. Line out well won. Bell offloads. Tuilagi met heavily. little bit of a scamper there from Phillips. So getting in that danger zone for UWA, Joondalup brothers, only 15 or so away. This is Allen. Using their big bodies again to Arfe. Now they spread it wide, trying to find a gap. Loose ball picked up on the bounce. This is Ford Hemi, offloads, almost back inside to Hemi. Brothers desperately close. Crowd try, but the knock on.
Yeah, there's a good little bit of classy play there as they managed to create some space. Ford Hemi down the short side, but unfortunately the ball just going to deck, but they're still down the right end of the field. But I think we remember last time UWA had a 5-metre scrum. About 90 seconds later, it was UWA putting some points, putting 7 points or 5 points on the board.
Punt joker.
So Phillips, Mountsie, De Monte on screen. Defending for brothers. Vorster with the feed. Drive coming from the big university pack. They get the penalty too, and they're pretty happy.
Oh, they'll be pumped about that. The young bull, Angus Wagner, the well-marbled piece of beef Wagyu. He'll be very happy to be back out there, getting some scrum penalties. Look, he works his way under Tafe here. Just keeps driving through, driving square, and it's the Joondalup front row that end up conceding.
Yeah, the boys are pretty happy.
Yeah, job done there for his team.
So line out, university ball to Tafu. They go to the back, well won there by Hill. The drive coming from the students. Big Reggie Churchwood in there. It's at the back with Tatafu. Still going. Tatafu, they might go all the way. Almost at halfway. Now it goes to deck. Great front foot ball for the students. Oh, lovely hands, but it was forward, unfortunately. Just drifted forward from Roderick Evans. He's got a nice little step on him. Had Sawalu lurking on that outside.
Oh, and he just saw that little fringe on the inside of the Joondalup defensive line. They were blitzing up to try and put pressure on him. They'd just been shunted. But he saw the crease. He saw the crevice and spotted it. And just unfortunately, Sawalu just overrunning him just a little bit. But look at the patience, composure shown by this UWA forward pack here, just driving them, marching them up the field.
Yeah, just drifting forward. You know, I don't like tries, as you know, Test the rolling more tries. I think that should only be worth 3 points, but I would have given that one 5 if they pushed it 75
Oh,
minutes.
you've got to give that one 8. You give that one 8, don't you? 5 points maybe if it's scored from outside the 22. The other side halfway.
Yeah, it should be, 8, yes.
Be like the bonus try, the super try,
yes.
Whatever it was that we used to,
used to
call it in rapid rugby.
Yep. So we've got an injured player down from UW. It is that man, Roderick Evans, the number 10.
Hopefully he's just been rattled up a little bit. Hopefully he's okay to continue on. He looks like he should be fine. He's getting the nod on the head from the trainer. I'm sure the trainer's well aware of how he's feeling right now. He's been great for them though, Bradley Roderick Evans.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of class about him. He's a genuine number 10. Really steers the ship, and as we've seen, he's got great vision. That wonderful try set up for Jordan Grattan, and then that nice little step inside and the ball off to Sawalu. He looks dangerous too, the big number 8.
Catch! Bind! Set!
Another big scrum from the university pack. Joondalup need to get this ball clear. They don't do it, and Jack Bromley, the skipper, ecstatic.
He is not one to hide his emotions on rugby field, Mick. We know, like you said, we've been watching Jack play for some years. and he is as passionate a uni man as they come, which is a big part of the reason he wears that captain's armband. But those boys up front, they're doing a great effort of just transferring the weight of all the tall timber behind them, and it's trouble for Joondalup right now. It's scrum time.
So what can they do?
They just need to look at trying to get that ball in, get it out a little bit quicker, and they need to be a little bit more aggressive on that hit as well. You could see Joondalup just losing the bind there. As much as it's a big part of the game, is who can put yourself in the strongest position once you are making that bind. And you could just see UWA just putting the extra little bit of weight on, making them in a cleaner position when the referee calls set.
So line out well won. There's that combination to Sawalu and the big number 8. He won't be denied this time. Just a lovely short ball off the shoulder of Bradley Roderick Evans, and Sawalu crosses over. Tough man to stop.
Oh, I was going to say that's almost too easy, but then again, trying to stop big man Sawalu coming at you as well at a rate of knots, it's not an easy job either. Joondalup, they just need to connect a little bit more in their defensive. They're sending. You can see that Sawalu is going to be the ball carrier, but they're only sending one man out to tackle him. They've got their defence set. They should be sending a couple guys in to try and shut him down, but he's seen that. He's seen the one-on-one. He's just licked his lips, and he has absolutely cantered through that contact and all the way in. Score his second try for the afternoon, Mick.
Good touch, as is this man on screen. Roderick Evans. Moves in, he's just pushed that wide. I thought that had just crept through, but he's just pushing out to the right so he can pass. His kicking needs a bit of work, but he's certainly got no problems with his hands this afternoon.
Oh, I think at the rate this UWA team is going, he's going to get a fair bit of practice for his kicking this afternoon as well. Doing better than a point a minute so far. 2 of their tries as well scored with the man down, Ethan Rowley, in the sin bin too. He's back. They're back to 15.
Speaking of getting some good kicking practice, Chris Bell doing the same, but unfortunately for him, it's the restarts. Wickham. Vorster looking for a runner, finds one in Sawalu.
Oh, Sawalu as well. Unfortunately, just knocking it on at the bottom of the ruck, but just doing what any good teammate, any good forward will do, is just giving his piggies, giving his front row another opportunity to have a crack. He said, there you go. Reggie Churchwood has walked over and said, that's all right, mate, don't worry.
I think they might be doing that on purpose.
We've got this.
Let's have another scrum.
So this will be that big moment that we were just talking about before, especially on that bind call, just watching the body position of both UWA and Joondalup packs as a whole. Who ends up in the strongest position? UWA winning it so far.
Oh, another big scrum.
Yeah,
that ball needs to just get in and get out for Joondalup, otherwise they're going to be in a lot of trouble this afternoon.
Yeah, and Richard Tafe over here on the close side, he needs to stay up close. He's getting a little bit, he's getting crept up into by Wagner, and he's just cramping his space just a little bit. But unfortunately, Tafe, what he's doing to find that space is he's taking a step back, and when you've got someone like Agus Wagner opposite you, they're going to take that space every time, and that's just going to mean you have to keep stepping backwards to try and find your space. Tafe just needs to keep his feet on the deck, not worrying about getting cramped up and just trying to hit through. Nice and easy said and done from where we're sitting there, Mick.
That's better by Joondalup, that quick ball. Oh, beautiful ball too. Chance here for Brothers. Inside the 22. Oh, good defence coming across in cover.
Great little tackle, I think was it Jordan Grattan? Again, he's had his second involvement in an EWA jersey. He's scored a try and saved a try so far this afternoon. But a great little break by Joondalup there as well, and I think it was Connor Allen making his way down the sideline, just unable to link up with his winger. Almost looked like he was too fast. He was running away from him.
Yeah, nice bit of play from Brothers. They can be dangerous when given the opportunity, so I think that'll give them a little bit of confidence too. He spoke about their need to score some points. They haven't done that as Vorster spots the gap through that line out. Brendan Vorster, this is where it's at his most dangerous. Links up on the outside as well. University have got numbers. This is big Josh Hill, the second rower. Unfamiliar territory, that open space. Long ball slightly going forward to Anderson. And it has been spotted by the assistant referee as well. We had the halfway line, I think it was, as a guide. So a pretty hard one to deny from University.
Yeah, unfortunately not even the capability to call it backwards out of the hand first, as we'll see the replay of it here. Ethan Riley just slinging it. He knew where the space was. Just had to get it there as quickly as possible, and unfortunately just coming forward out of the hand. But the break from Brendan Vorster as well.
Yes, it was almost like the referee had called something, because everyone was just standing around, and then his Vorster just spotted that gap.
And it was that man as well, Tafe, Richmond Tafe. He blitzed off the back of that short line out, trying to put some pressure on the kicker, but unfortunately he got it wrong. He was offside and he gave himself up and stood still. Brendan Vorster said, well, we're not going to take the advantage. I'm just going to take the space that's in front of me.
Coach!
So Natai with the feed, just inside University territory. The University pack drives forward. Joondalup, they maintain the pressure though. Ball comes loose, towed through, play on, says the referee, so it's going to be a foot race. Connor Allen gets back to save the day for Brothers. University calling for a penalty, holding the ball, but
yeah, I think they've just slid up. They did the right thing at first, but then once Allen got up to his feet, they didn't dive on him. But once he was back on his feet, they just slid up in the tackle, just gone high, unfortunately. But well, look at them, they're getting around the ball in numbers, this UWA team. Great job there by Tufan, but then just wrapping up around the head, and rightly so. Ethan Riley gets penalised.
so Hemi with the throw once again, spoilt. Wagner, I think he needs to stick to scrummaging, the big fella.
Oh, well, that's exactly why he threw that pass, isn't it?
Yeah, he wanted another scrum.
Oh, prime bit of Queensland beef. He just wants to pack down and show what he can do. He's missed out on a few games this year. He spent a little bit of time on the sidelines. Young Angus. And he knows that his favourite part of the game is scrummaging.
I think he's raised the hand there to go, yoo-hoo, look, another scrum coming.
I don't think that was an apology. I think that was a yeah, boy. And don't worry, I'll see if I can make up for it here.
So I actually don't think he's got a good side when it comes to passing.
He tried to work around to his back side, didn't he?
Another big scrum. So a loose one. Once again, Brothers though, they scramble. Give themselves another chance. It's been reefed by University. They're on the attack again. Vorster looking for Grattan.
Oh, and for Hemi, he had a quick peek over the shoulder and saw Tufan coming through, the express winger from UWA, and he's happy that ball went over the sideline. As we go to another line out, and we mentioned it right at the beginning of the game as well, Mick, Jack Bromley, the difference he can make for his own UWA line-out, but as well the pressure he can exert on opposition line-outs, the work he does during the week, even this early in the season, how well they can function as a group. A lot of pressure on this Joondalup line-out already.
This time they come away with it. Valentino takes the tackle just inside the 22. Oh, it's been stolen, so another turnover. Anderson tries to offload. The students right back on the attack. Churchwood to Wickham. Vorster looking for a running. Oosthuizen leaves it behind. So this University side playing with a lot of confidence this afternoon, up 24-0.
Joondalup just struggling to get out of their end these last few minutes. Had a few different opportunities as well, but just easy turnovers, just gifting this UWA team the chance to attack. Big moment for this Joondalup pack here as well.
Yeah, this
UWA group, they know that they can smell a little bit of blood in the water here. There's an opportunity for them.
Students looking to disrupt. They start to march it forward. Ball comes out though for Brothers. Got some work to do. Well done there by Tuiali'i. Picking that ball up off the back. Ngātai, it's been charged down. And the students with a very handy attacking line-out opportunity here, just 5 metres out.
Yeah, Ngātai, I mean, Tuiali'i getting the momentum off the back of that scrum, but then I think the ball just slowed down a little bit and it gave UWA the opportunity to get around the corner and put that pressure on Ngātai. Unfortunately, I think it's Connor Allen who's picking up the dregs as he then kicks the ball into touch. Pressure still on now with UWA.
Tafu has it at the back. He offloads to Riley. Ethan Riley works his way towards the line, only a metre away. They pick and drive. They're over the line. Can they get it down? No, they cannot. So some desperate defence by Brothers. Chris Bell makes his way back to underneath the posts.
Yeah. It was looking a little bit ominous there, wasn't it? But Patrick Tuiali'i doing a great job. Just catching the UWA player. I think it was Oosthuizen. He's just caught a little bit laterally, going over the line backwards in a weak position.
They thumped that downfield and it may have gone out on the full.
That is a absolutely huge roost from the middle of the park. If that's gone out on the full,
that's not good for Joondalup.
It's not ideal. I mean, if we were talking about there was a bit of blood in the water, this UWA pack sniffing it before, they could be a bit of a feeding frenzy here coming up. That's what they'll be talking about out there now.
And that's the sort of things that pressure does to a team. With Chris Bell really trying to get his team, trying to get them right out of the way and just putting a little bit too much on it. And now University, a scrum centre field, 5 out from the try line. They'll try and, you'd think, push this over. No, it's come straight out. So Vorster picks it up. He goes for a scamper, picks up Roderick Evans. Surely that won't be classed as an intentional knockdown.
No, fortunately it hasn't, referee Jones.
Just a little knock on.
Just not controlled here at the back by Sawalu.
I think they'll be disappointed in that, University. The scrum has been going very well. I just don't think that was what they were expecting to happen.
Absolutely not. You could see by how deep they were in that scrum, how slow any of the other players were, the pack to get off it. They were looking for one thing and one thing only, and that was to shove this Joondalup pack backwards at 5 metres and get the ball over the line. I think when they do the review through the week, the forwards coach Greg Holmes, he's not going to be too happy with Sawalu. He might be practicing keeping that ball in a little bit during the week.
They get a second bite though here. 20 away. The big drive comes. Joondalup hold it. Starts to splinter though. Vorster now picks it up. Roderick Evans. This is Anderson, and Anderson makes it look oh so easy. Thomas Anderson, the big centre, strolling through some fairly flimsy defence.
And just doing all the work before he got the ball in his hands as well. Just, you can see he just starts to shape up, squares in, and then bounces out just that last minute. Getting on the outside of Phillips, so he just came into his eye line late. Phillips wasn't able to adjust, and the connection in that Joondalup defensive line, we spoke about a little bit earlier, can see they're just pushing up a little bit too hard on the outside, losing that connection on the inside, and making it look a little bit too easy for this UWA team at times.
And the conversion is good. The point scoring has slowed down a little bit for the students. They were better than a point a minute there for a while. But the clock has outrun the scoreboard, so 24-0 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Beautiful day for rugby out here at Joondalup. As you can see, the sun is shining brightly. And Chris Bell with the restart once again.
Things that you don't need.
So I think he's taken out Tafu in the air. Yeah, so he's chopped him at the legs, which is just very clumsy. I think that was Siawati Vaka, the man we have in the number 7 jersey.
I think his argument could be that hookers aren't meant to jump.
Yes.
Off the deck. They're not meant to receive the ball first and foremost. Great little bit of play there by Dante Tatafu. He's been excellent for them this afternoon. We've been talking a lot about the guys either side of him, Wagner and Churchwood.
I might reverse it and penalise the green player.
So
So I'll explain it.
we'll listen.
Number 3 as well. Yep. So what we've done is this guy's come in dangerously. That's going to be a penalty only. You've come in with a slap to the face. That's unnecessary after the ball. Okay, so I'm just going to reverse it. So penalties against you. Don't come in late. Okay, is that a clear message?
Yeah, it might have been a push, but he's quite strong.
Yeah, no, it's unnecessary. Okay? So that's a blue ball.
Yeah.
Jack Bromley. I think he's
So
studying
back 10
law,
boys.
isn't he?
He is your student as well, Jack Bromley.
Reverse the penalty. Slap to the face.
I can put that on the resume for the future as well.
So 2 acts of stupidity, I would say, or frustration. I think Joondalup getting frustrated with the way University is scoring, and then Reggie Churchwood just getting frustrated at Joondalup's frustration. So
And just taking it into his own hands when referee Jones, he was all over it. Reggie Churchwood, he just needs to worry, and that's when you can get in trouble. You start to get a bit of a lead, the game gets a bit loose. He just needs to stay with his structures, with his processes, do what he needs to do.
So brothers, being well won there by Tuiliti and Joondalup. They've had a couple of opportunities. They're yet to convert them. Can they do it this time in the shadows of half-time? They're driving towards that try line. Ball comes to deck. Picked up there by Tahafe. Natai has it. Goes to short side. Valentino.
Hands and feet.
Natai again comes to the open side. Ford Hemi can't break the line. It's been picked up by UW. Stolen. And once again, the penalty though coming in favour of brothers.
Number 7, no clear release.
Against Wickham.
Clear release, please.
And Joondalup once again showing just how they're going to look to take this UWA pack on, but they're just going to do it with those big bodies. So far, UWA, they've been more than up to the challenge. Need to generate just a little bit of faster ball. Stop-start so far just gives this UWA pack, they're a fit pack, they're an athletic pack, gives them the opportunity to just reset themselves, get back to their feet, have a chat to their mates and figure out how they're going to go again. Joondalup, if they're going to look to rumble, they just need to generate a little bit faster ball.
It's been well won there by Marks. What can they do? Need to score before the break.
Take your step, H. Advantage.
Valentino, so penalty advantage for brothers. There through Smuts. Comes back to Natai. Goes himself. Still playing advantage. Long ball. De Monte. So Need to get it back. That's a nice counter-rucking from UWA, but they will come back for the penalty.
Under the post, you're about 20 in.
So, Tess, if you're the skipper, do you continue to try and take these line-outs, or do you tap and go? I think they're going to tap and go. They've got to mix something up.
Go, yeah.
It wasn't working before.
Oh, and he's got the...
So, Mounsey does it all himself.
Yeah, Jacob Mounsey. He just says, I'm not going to wait for Ford Hemi to make the decision here. We're in the last minute of this half. We need points. Let's just go. Keep the ball rolling. And it's exactly what they needed. They needed to generate some quick ball, whether it's through a tap or however. But just catching this UWA team, just napping. And he fights and twists and wrestles his way down there to get the ball down.
Yeah, really good work by Mounsey there. They tried that line out a couple of times. It wasn't working. They needed to do something. And it was great for him to actually take that initiative. Spot a little bit of splinters in the University defence. A couple of gaps there. He took it. Probably, I think University probably took just lost their concentration a bit, as we see Ngatai add the extras to that try. But University not reacting quick enough, trying to predict what they thought Brothers would do. So Jacob Mounsey just pouncing and scoring that try. Had a lot of work to do. And he registers the first points for his side this afternoon. So 31 points to 7 as we approach half-time out here at HBF Arena. So for the first time this afternoon, it will be Roderick Evans with the restart. Sends it deep. No surprises. The students want to try and play it down the other end of that ground. So the final play of the first half will be a University line out. About 37 metres away from the Joondalup line.
Yeah, and one last chance for this uni team to try and put some points on.
They go long, so it's been picked up. So one last chance for Brothers to score again. Oh, it's been cocked up. So back with the students through Anderson. What can they do? Gap almost opens up. Vorster. Wusthausen. Riley's there as well. Vorster again spots the man. Grattan it was. This ball's been left behind. Ball still in play. So Brothers quite prepared to chance their arm as well.
That's time, boys.
This is Van Holt.
Advantage over.
Ball comes back to the hands of the students, and I think probably he's claimed it. Bromley with the drop goal. It was ugly, but it went through, and that'll be on his highlights reel. I'm sure he'll dub his own commentary for that one, but so Jack Bromley's still arguing whether his drop goal should count. But the referee says no, but Tess, a pretty dominant first half by the students.
Yeah, an absolutely dominant first half from the students. Joondalup looking promising early on, being able to gain some metres through the middle with their big men, but just unfortunately, like UWA, unfortunately for Joondalup, but great for UWA, just being able to capitalise on some big long field breaks to support their conditioning. They're looking really strong, UWA.
And Sualu been very impressive for the students.
Yeah, he has been. He's got his hands on the ball plenty of times, getting through a lot of work as well. The Sualu, strong ball character they need to send numbers up to shut him down.
So that is half-time here at HBF Arena out at Joondalup, with University leading the home side 31 points to 7. All the action from the second half not far away. HBF Arena at Joondalup, and it is not good. So welcome back to HBF Arena out at Joondalup, and it is not good news for the home side. Joondalup trailing UWA by 31 points to 7. My name is Mick Collis. Joining me in commentary, Heath Tessman. And Tess, it's been all UWA.
Yeah, absolutely. They have just been dominant in every aspect of the game so far, winning the gain line, winning the kicking battles, winning the kick chases, and that ever-exciting battle of set piece as well, Mick. It's been all UW, everything in the green so far, but what can this Joondalup team do?
They've shown some glimpses. They've shown some glimpses.
They have. They've shown some glimpses, though, be it briefly, unfortunately. There's potential there. It's just how they can then string it together. I think Joondalup are doing a really good job of playing 4 or 5 excellent phases, and they're getting a little bit lost. So how can they go past those 4 or 5 phases?
So the restart from Roderick Evans and Joondalup brothers with their first attack for the second half, with a bit of work to do. Tahafe taking play up towards that 10-metre line. Ngatai. It's chased through. Being picked up there by Tufan. Ball comes loose. Toe to head. So a chance for the counter-attack. This is Riley. Looking ahead for Grattan. Almost gets the bounce. It's picked up by Anderson. His brother gets in there to help him. That is the 10-metre line, Vorster. Roderick Evans. University, they've enjoyed some front football all day today, and they continue to do that at the start of this second half. Vorster. Wagner. This time he holds the ball. Vorster again goes that short side. Roderick Evans, short ball to Anderson. Nice one it is. Well wrapped up though by Oscar White. They continue to pepper that short side. And the tries awarded.
Great little build-up as well, and it's that man, Tion Tufan. I think, again, he's come over from the far side, injected himself around the corner, and the space created by just the players in motion from this UWA team. Just a great, great try, great build-up to the try as well. Coming from about 60 metres out in the end, they just played through their phases.
And we talk about the quality of that front foot ball. You could just see it there, University, just each of those phases. Brendan Vorster must be loving playing behind this pack this afternoon.
Oh, it's on an absolute platter for him as well. And it's not just the ball carries, it's the support for the player as well around the ball. You could see there a few times Joondalup, they look to wrap up the UWA player, keeping on the feet, but the support of the players getting in and around and just still winning that contact zone and getting their teams going forward. It just makes it nice and easy for the rest of them to just come onto the ball.
So Roderick Evans looking to add the extras and then test. We might go around the grounds and see what else is happening in round 2 at the Fortescue Premier Grade. Out here at Joondalup, it is University looking to increase their lead off the boot of Bradley Roderick Evans. And this time the flags are raised.
And just as we do, the halftime scores coming through. Cottesloe and West Scarborough in a tight one there at the nest. Cottesloe trailing West Scarborough 8 points to 10. 12 all up at Kingsway, Wanneroo and Palmyra all drawn together. Kalamunda trailing Associates 5 points to 14, and Southern Lions leading Perth Bayswater at half-time 12 points to 0.
So that's happening around the grounds, and here at Joondalup, Anderson, he's been good for University. He's made plenty of yards every time he's had his hands on the ball. Vorster to Tafu.
Take a step, Blue, take a step.
Vorster again, slow ball. The box kick, Anderson chases. White is underneath it. Offloads to Allen. Out to Phillips. This is DeMonte. Some magic feet, some fast feet. Continues.
A bit of strength to go with those feet as well.
Ngatai. At halfback. Valentino. Martai shapes to kick, decides to run it. Forward Hemi picking up some valuable metres. This is Van Holt. Ball's come loose though, picked up by Tatafu. Nice quick hands. Bromley out the back door to Oosthuizen. He pins the ears back. Roderick Evans is there, as is Forster. Little box kick back to Allen. Connor Allen sends that ball into touch. So a bit of sloppy play there from Joondalup, capitalised on by the students.
Yeah, it was a nice little piece of build-up as well. They were starting to string a few phases together, but just the groundwork, that ruck, just kicking the ball forward, knocking the ball out, unfortunately.
And Agnes Wagner getting a break. Marcus Cutler, the man on for University. And a couple of replacements.
And I think it's Derek Apia as well coming on for Reggie Churchwood. Wait to see if we get corrected.
Roderick Evans. Little scamper. Forster's there. I think it's Apia. He's driven back. His first touch. That was Tuiliti making the tackle.
Use it, Green!
Hasn't probably had the opportunities he would have liked, the big number 8 for Joondalup. White knocks that one forward. University will play on. In fact, it might have been Bell. Tafu and Ta'afe having a little bit of a scrap on the touchline.
A little bit going on. Off the ball there, a little bit of niggle. Tafe getting under the young front rower's skin. All in good fun, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll settle it like gentlemen here at scrum time. UWA just struggling a little bit to come out of the blocks. A bit more. They're just struggling to get some rhythm right now against this Joondalup team. It just seems like there's points there for them to be had, but just getting some of the momentum together.
So they're back in their happy place now in this scrum. So we'll see what they can do.
And that's the big challenge for Apia and Cutler coming off the bench. Can they keep performing at the same level that their starters did?
Again, University with some really good depth in their front row stocks, being able to bring on someone like Marcus Cutler off the bench.
Yeah, very experienced front row over here in the Fortescue Premier competition. And when you can have that depth, you can build that depth as well and pair it up with someone like Greg Holmes, who's doing the scrum work and the forwards work down there at UWA. It makes it a tough ask for any opposition team. Just getting it a bit wrong. Something we spoke about earlier in the first half, being able to win that bind and be dominant on the bind, and the UWA team just getting it wrong.
Bell goes to the sky. Good to see them mixing it up too. It was a nice kick. Chase was good. I know they've been beaten in the set piece, so I think if they can play this game a little bit looser, might work in their favour.
Yeah, they do need to change. Like, they have still got those big bodies, big forwards that they want to work through, but they need to look at releasing them in different ways, and they need to maybe make the game, loosen it up just a little bit, free their hands, free the ball, get them running in some different channels. It's just a little change on how they've been attacking so far, and I think that there's opportunities there for them to score some points and score some points quickly. It all starts at this scrum.
Because it'll make universities question their defensive systems as well if it is that little bit more unstructured. They're pretty sweet, University, with the set pieces. I mean, they're just attacking from those, but when they do start doing a little bit of stuff that's out of the box, it does make it hard. So they need to ask some questions of this University defence. It's been pretty good so far. Just the one try scored against them this afternoon. Another big scrum coming from the students. They need to try and avoid those.
Oh, I tell you
what. Who going on too there by the students.
Well, we just touched on the reserves coming on and replacing the starters, wanting to keep that same level. They've done the same thing and they've exceeded it there. Great shove by this UWA pack.
And a great opportunity for these guys as well to have someone like Greg Holmes in their corner. They'd be learning so much off someone like Greg Holmes.
Oh, absolutely. You know, a Pia and Cutler to like experience, but still always willing to learn props, being able to learn of old Homer, and then as well being able to have Angus Wagner, Reggie Churchwood, the guys who have been exposed to the next level, have been at the next level for some time as well, come down and feed back in, and you know, raises the level of everyone at the club.
Turning into a front row factory down at the library.
Oh, down at the library. Well, I mean, it's called the library because all the smart people go down there, and we all know that the front rowers, they are the smartest. There's no argument there either. I can see you trying to...
They'll be checking out the picture books. So Tatafu, another attacking opportunity here for the students. Just outside the 22. Line out, tap down. Ethan Riley hits it at pace. Ball's loose, picked up by Hill. Another replacement on. This is Geordie Bungard. Jersey 21 for the students. So the Alex Steiker getting through his bench.
Let me explain.
And I think it might be Jarvis Wallace on as well, replacing Vorster.
No, he's unplayable. He's already on the ground.
Geordie Bungard getting himself involved early as well, coming on, having a carry. Good to see he had the haircut as well. Saw him through the week. Anzac Day, he still had a big shaggy mop of hair. He's got to tidy it up for the TV game this week, Mick. Yeah. Very important.
That's the rule. So I think that is Jarvis Wallace with the scrum feed for the students.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Another good scrum for University. They march it forward.
Advantage.
Referee plays advantage. Sawalu picks it up to Wallace.
Backwards.
And a penalty coming.
Yeah, very... I was just thinking to myself there, Mick, if you're talking about maul tries being worth less from a certain distance out, what about a scrum try? If it's pushed over from 20 odd metres out.
8 points.
8 points.
Yeah.
8 points straight up. It was looking ominous there. Just Joondalup pack just splintering, just losing their binds with each other. Got to stay in that fight.
And for all the people texting in this afternoon, Jarvis Wallace is no relation to Jaden Wallace, the former University great. Both very handsome men. Jarvis Wallace a little bit tougher than Jaden. Knock on there.
Yeah, they've just lost control. I think it's Dante Tatafu just at the last minute. No, he says he's fallen over the line. He's hit the ball in the boot of someone, or it's just come free. Great little effort there from Ioane Valentino, coming around, IDing where the ball was going to be, putting himself where it had to be and disrupting it. Pressure on this Joondalup pack now.
Yeah, so University probably not disappointed. They get another opportunity here. But probably the real test for University is to be able to maintain that concentration. When you're up 38-7, things are coming a bit easy. They do tend to get a little bit sloppy, so they need to really concentrate. Attack this scrum like it is 0-all. Get the little things right. They've just started to get a little bit sloppy the longer this game has gone. That's another big drive. It's been picked up off the back by Tuiali'i. He's been solid at number 8. It's tough for number 8 when your scrum is going backwards, but he's done a sterling job this afternoon. They start to get some momentum. Ball's there. Ngatai offloads. Bromley refereeing, calls that the ball was out. The referee says no, it wasn't.
Good patient play there from Joondalup. They were under the pump at scrum time, like you mentioned. Tuiali'i, he's been excellent off the back of it. Here we go. We talk about patient play.
Oh.
They look to chance their arm. They've got a few numbers as the UWA backs a turn. And unfortunately, Fort Hemi just drops a sitter.
Just not their afternoon so far. Still plenty of time in this match. But just things aren't going to plan for Joondalup brothers. Once again, I think the right idea by Joondalup. Mix things up, play it at pace, take the game to the students. But unfortunately, it's that pass just put to ground.
Oh, it's the cliche, isn't it? But you throw that pass to Fort Hemi 100 times. He catches it 99. It's just out there being in the game. A little bit of fatigue setting in as well, you know, and it's a big moment there where he's chancing his arm as the leader in this team. He's gone back to leading this new group of men. Just that little bit of pressure, just thinks a little bit too far ahead, even if it's only a nanosecond ahead. He's thinking about what he's going to do with the ball before he catches it. And all of a sudden that equates to pressure on his team.
So Joondalup giving University another opportunity. Let's go. Inside their 22.
Cut!
Wallace with the scrum feed.
Bind! Shut!
Big drive there from Joondalup, giving University some of their own back. The first bit of sloppy ball they've had to pick up off the back of the scrum. Wonderful run and an equally great tackle there.
Advantage offside.
University on the attack inside the 22.
Offside.
Pick and go. Only a metre or so away. And this time they're over. It took them a few goes. But Joshua Hill, I think it was, the big number 4, reaches out, beating the tackle of Phillips to dot the ball down.
And just great patience shown there by this UWA team. Great little line break early on there by Ethan Riley. And like we said, touched, just smashed as well on the tackle of Valentino. But they didn't lose their chain of thought. They didn't lose the sight of what they were trying to do there as well. And opportunity knocked, and Joshua Hill saw the space through the middle of the ruck. Took it beautifully.
And no mistake with the conversion. Pushes the score out now to 45 points to 7.
Just hold the kick, lads. Time is off.
It's a big moment there, unfortunately, for Joondalup. Working out of their own end there. They had the opportunity. Unfortunately, the error just creeps back in, flips that pressure back onto them. UWA, they've been a little bit loose lately, but they were able to just get the focus on and convert their field position into points.
You just take him off. That's still going. Son, blood, please.
So a blood bin is the reason for the delay.
Yeah, just get him that on.
Phillips with the restart. Not sure who it is that's actually looking to be replaced.
Hey, someone.
Obviously, University
Okay,
player.
time on.
Back underway. Just over 20 remaining in the match. Phillips goes high. The chase comes through. Valentino takes Sawalu.
No impact.
Wallace offloading to the try scorer Hill.
Advantage green.
Ball knocked back. Wallace just directing his forwards where he wants them to go. Lines up for the box kick. Chases on. It's been taken by University. Nice pick up too far, and I think it was. Valentino been very good with his defence, moving up really quickly to shut this University attack down. Wallace lines up Bungard.
He's rolling. Don't trap him, Green. No, don't bring him back in.
Punch kick through by the students. And here they go again. Grattan comes off the side of the boot. Oh, awkward bounce for White. And I think University lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, it was a great little phase of play there from Joondalup brothers, just getting that up and in defence. They were settled, and then they were fast off the line, putting UWA under pressure there, forced him to kick not once but twice as well, and they forced a poorer kick there from Grattan, but unfortunately,
really awkward bounce.
Yeah, White, I think he just lost it there for a second. The calls of yes, no, maybe, Mick Collison.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, it just wasn't quite quick enough.
The last scrum for Joondalup was a good one. They hit well, they were aggressive, which they need to be. They just need to follow through with that aggression, because they gave UWA the opportunity to work back into that last scrum that they had and put some pressure back on this brothers pack. They just need to hit, be aggressive all the way through the ball.
Plenty of chat out there between these two teams.
A little bit of banter. It's always healthy.
So he's bragging something about being a bench player. I'm not sure who they're talking about. That's a great way to get back at the banter.
There's a bit of chahooing there from the boys.
Plenty of feeling in this match. UWA really getting rolled by some of the sledging from Joondalup players. I've been that animated about a scrum penalty for a long time.
Oh, Jack Bromley, he just loves it though, doesn't he? Like,
he really does.
If there's going to be a bit of niggle, there's going to be the celebration, there's going to be some yahooing. He's going to be in and around it. He is that energy for this UWA pack, and they all thrive off it.
So 45 points to 7 is the score. University with another attacking line out on that 22. In fact, I think that might be the 10. So not quite as it, or is it the 22?
You trust yourself,
trust myself, the 22.
It's another quick break in play.
My depth perception, not what it used to be. Bromley's there, as is Hill. And they go to Hill.
And unfortunately, they run that slip line at their UWA. The only person that fell for the dummy was young Dante Tatafa, UWA hooker. He missed the option call. He was just looking at hitting Oosthuizen on the way up, and unfortunately, just done for balking, so relieves the pressure for Joondalup, and Joondalup finding their way back into this UWA half.
Nice clearing kick by Joondalup. Bromley being replaced by Johan van der Heijden.
And as well, Roderick Evans making his way back onto the field after the blood bin before.
This time they get their line out right. They start to drive. So a couple of replacements there for brothers as well. Dylan Nartai on in jersey 20. As University continue to go deep inside the brothers' half, going wide. Lovely step from Riley. Tries to link up with Tufan. He's got some work to do. They bring him to ground. Trying to get the ball. Sawalu says, give it to me, I'll take it. Joondalup doing really well to spoil. Ta'ane Nui Phillips in there, creating a real pest of himself. And they get the ball back.
Yeah, and I think it was DeMonte as well, getting his hands around that ball that Sawalu carried in. Just catching him upright, and he surprised the big number 8, the winger, with his strength. He just caught him off balance there, and he wasn't able to wrestle back, and referee calls maul, and there it is. Joondalup did a great job of shutting down what was looking like a potent attacking threat. Ethan Riley, just the space that they're affording him out in the middle of the field as well. He's just seeing these opportunities where he can cut back, square up the attack. Doing a great job of then being able to straighten it, then release his men outside.
Pressure on the Joondalup side again, though, with this scrum.
Bind!
They need that quick ball. University straight away, they drive. It's there somewhere. They're claiming it, and they've got it.
That is, I mean, that try will go down to Vilive Siwalu, but that is numbers 1 through to 8. UWA pack doing a great job, shoving them over the top of the ball. Siwalu spots it, swoops on it, and falls over the line for his third, is it, of the afternoon as well.
Afternoon. Certainly having a storming game, but that scrum from University has just been very, very good this afternoon. Makes it very hard for Joondalup in every situation. And as we see it there, Joondalup, they work hard to get the scrum when they held that maul up. But then unfortunately just that University scrum, just too strong.
10.
Yeah, and with the recent replacements as well, we've got Caleb Young on the field too. I think he's come on for Thomas Anderson, pushed Ethan Riley out. Roderick Evans keeping the kicking duties though. I think Caleb Young's percentage last year was a little bit down.
Yeah, pretty poor kicking by Caleb Young last year.
I think he was only hitting it at about 97%. Yeah. So that's the reason.
Enough.
That's the reason Roderick Evans has kept the tee.
Yeah, normally hits them about 98 or 99%, so that was a big drop for Caleb Young. But again, a great show of the depth of this club of University, and a man like Caleb Young coming off the bench in the latter stages of the game as Roderick Evans moves into it. And by the cheer from the home crowd, let's see that was just pushed across the front of the post. But I have enjoyed the fight and the spirit of this Joondalup side. They certainly haven't given up at any stage of this match. We saw it there, and they all piled in to hold up that maul. So they certainly aren't the sort of side that's going to lie down.
No, absolutely, they've been bedded in aspects of it, but you know, they haven't. They're not dying wondering today. They are swinging with every opportunity they get.
Nice chase there from Dylan Nartai. So University in their own half.
Use your green!
One of the rare times this afternoon. Box kick from Wallace is an ugly one. Joondalup with the ball just outside the 22 centre field. Ball come loose again. It's been their downfall this afternoon. Every time they've actually got it, they've looked like they're going to start creating something. They'll spill it. It's happened again there. Not every time, but far too often.
Yeah, it's a big ask, and it's just touching on as well how they still have stayed so positive. But you know, come to scrum time, it gets a bit demoralising. It gets a bit sapping when you can fight so hard and perform so admirably across the pitch, then just having this part of the game being taken away. Big challenge here Fornham, he's got some new props either side of him. He's got to rally his troops. He's got to get them to believe. He's got to get them to be strong. He's got to get them to stay together.
Alex Bradley Moore on the side for University as well now. Penalty coming. Nartai spots the gap. Surely they're offside. Yes, they are. They play the advantage. This is good from Joondalup. Phillips now. Offloads. Continue to push that short side. They come back open. Nice show of hands. Joondalup brothers, now they're on the attack inside the 22. Great bit of play by the replacements. DeMonte. Now they drive him back. They pick him up and throw him to the ground. The counter ruck looks good from the students. It's been stolen, but it's advantage coming. It'll knock on.
Oh, a great little promising piece of play there from Joondalup. Taking the opportunity from the quick tap off the back of the scrum and just letting the shackles off a little bit and playing well. Good little bit of interchange there. I think it was Reece Pedley and JP Mostert. A little bit of an offload and sharing the ball around. Jack Grimley's getting involved straight away as well. And that's what they need to do. They need to look to just play with that up-tempo game.
Yeah, so they've shown they can play some good rugby. So I think, despite the scoreline, I think there are certainly some positives that they will take out of this match this afternoon.
Absolutely, like there's plenty of positives to the way that they want to play. And they want to play during this season. Remember, this is their first game of the year, so coming off the Challenge Cup, their games during the Challenge Cup, this is their first Fortescue Premier Grade competition game. So there's still a few cobwebs they're working out. One game less, but they might have only scored 7 points this afternoon, but so far. But plenty of potential for this Joondalup Brothers team going forward through the season.
Greg Holmes, we just saw it there. Bobby Boucher, the water boys, looking in pretty good nick.
Yeah, a high seafood diet. Greg Holmes, for a country boy from up the range in Queensland, he spends a lot of his time in the water. Avid spear fisherman, so he is just eating bulk seafood. Just helps keep him trim, taut, and terrific.
Yeah, I think we've got someone on.
So it looks like another. Not sure what the
11 minutes, boys.
reasoning is.
So an opportunity here for Joondalup, just outside University's 22. Had a good little break in play. They've been able to talk about what they want to achieve here. They've got Tanui Phillips in at first receiver. Let's see how he can unleash these fresh backs outside him.
Yeah, Redmond and Isaacs are the man outside him. That's almost good ball, I was about to say. They just bubbled around at the back. If he just had been able to get on it just that fraction earlier.
Oh, and it's just unfortunate whether or not just a little knock on there by Nartai.
It came back well and quickly. Just that once it started moving. It's been pretty tough for the young halfback this afternoon from Brothers.
And it's like we touched on in the first half, isn't it, Mick? The comparison between the ball that both nines have had. Brendan Vorster was just on a platter for him that whole first half, whereas Cameron Nartai has had to scrap and fight for every piece of ball he's had.
That's a nice scrum though from Joondalup. Ball's been lost by University, so the Brothers will get another chance here. And I think they'll fancy themselves after that last scrum. That was very good. Where's that been all afternoon, Heath Testman?
Yeah, Gray, we can just see on this short side here, I think it's Reece Pedley just working up underneath Marcus Cudler. The ground's your friend when you're a tight head. I think it's just sheer physics though as well. You've got a 6'3" individual coming up against a 5'4". Battle with the height goes to Reece Pedley. The most important thing though, he needs to be able to replicate it again.
Yeah.
Joondalup, they need to just Just attack the same way either side of the scrum. Don't look to just secure your ball. Look to attack here. Look to go forward.
I think University will be a little bit angry after that one too. Another good platform from Joondalup. Nartai has it. Phillips. It's DeMonte now. Very elusive runner with the ball. He looks good. I'd love to see him in some space. Nartai just the victim of some friendly fire there. Looks like he's done his knee injury as well.
Off blue, then off green.
Oh, great effort there from Zach Oosthuizing as well, though. Just showing how much this UWA team aren't giving up on fighting for every little battle. The ball's out, the ball's won. He sees an opportunity, he sees a lazy cleaner just sealing over the ball and says, I'm just going to keep you honest here. Opportunistic in from the side, but just gets the shot on and forces the error. Unfortunately, Nartai still down.
But that scrum from Joondalup looking much, much better.
Yeah, it is. I think the whole Joondalup team, they've looked a lot better since they've brought a few of their reserves on as well. They've looked excellent. Like they've brought a fresh lot of energy to this second half. They've done a great job just bringing that attacking prowess to wherever the ball is on the field and whether they've had the ball in hands or not. So they've still been attacking in defence. They've been attacking in this defensive scrum as well. Unfortunate to see Cameron Nartai being helped off the field there by the water boy from Joondalup, Daniel Jones. But the energy this Joondalup team, especially the reserves, have brought this last 15 minutes of rugby has been excellent.
Yeah, a real shame for Nartai. It's been very good. One of Joondalup's best this afternoon. As we mentioned, against a pretty good forward pack. He hasn't had the greatest of service. But this refreshed Joondalup pack doing very well against their more fancied opponents. That one holds firm. Yeah, brothers pretty happy with themselves.
Good, yeah, it's a good battle. I'm sure there's a bit of chat being thrown back and forth. It's a bit quieter on that UWA side without Jack Bromley out there. And especially now that there's a little bit of pressure coming back their way.
I'm sure Bromley will say he has been the difference between these scrums.
But the pressure back on the other foot, Joondalup looking to really pressure this UWA team into an error down their own end.
Another big drive coming from the brothers. Uni counter well though. Wallace, Roderick Evans, and Caleb Young unleashes that big boot. Allen hasn't had a whole lot to do this afternoon. Takes play up just towards the halfway line. Go again. Joondalup with a new lease of life. Coach Adam Munro using his bench exceptionally well this afternoon. They are on the front foot. This is Ventholt. Putting a good solid 80-minute performance. White has a scamper. Although the penalty coming. Oscar White shows and goes. A good tackle coming there from Ben Holland.
And just snuffs out what was a promising piece of attack there. I mean, we spoke about Nartai as well, how good he has been this afternoon. Valentino as well, the number 6 from Joondalup. He's had an outstanding game on both sides of the ball. One of the guys that's just put his hand up as well. Whenever Joondalup have needed someone to do something, he's blitzed out of the line to put the opposition under pressure. He's put his hand up to carry. A lot to like about the number 6 from Joondalup. Geordie Bungard appearing to be a little bit lost.
Multi-skilled.
At line out time.
This could go anywhere.
Great faith, great show of faith. Line out one, he's 100%. Only hooker is 100% on the day so far.
I thought it drifted slightly to the left, but we'll play on. Marcus Cutler was winning. No need to jump for the big fella. This is Cutler again. Through a mountain of work. He wins lineouts, takes hit-ups. Wallace again. Sloppy ball for the students. Tian Tufan. They pick him up. Riley. Really good pick up by the students. Here they go down the short side. Geordie Grattan with some space. He's got men outside him, but throws it behind Anderson. It's been picked up by Joondalup. Nice chance for them to counter-attack as this clock ticks down at HBF Arena. Joondalup, Phillips through the hands. But the University defensive line-up pretty quick. DeMonte. Here they go. Chance here for Brothers in front of their home crowd. Offloads back to DeMonte.
Cleared off.
This is better from Joondalup. Looking to score their second try of the afternoon. As the clock ticks down. His hand stepping inside is Allen. He's got some go about him. Valentino. Grimley. Phillips. Nice hands across back to DeMonte again. Joondalup struggling to break through this University defensive line. The counter-up comes. Still with the Brothers. The counter-up from the students. And penalty finally coming. And yeah, the frustration again from Valentino. Just didn't need to do it. They had the penalty.
Just all snuffed out there by UWA. They'd done the job that they needed to do. They just couldn't help themselves. The pressure coming through the middle.
And then the frustration.
What was it? A bit of frustration.
Just here from I think just that second little, wasn't much in it, but I'm assuming that's what the referee's picked up.
Unless there's something we've missed.
No, Brad. Who's that? What player's down?
Apologies to Valentino if that wasn't the reason. Didn't look much in it.
Geordie Bungard, though, he steps to the middle of the line out. Looking to keep his 100% accuracy.
So just over a minute to go. Connor Allen, the man, getting some attention.
Less than 2 to go, so.
Less than 2 to go, so either get off or get back to your feet.
Get up or get off. Referee
That's your option. Ref wants to go home. It's been a hot afternoon.
It's a cracking afternoon of rugby up here at Joondalup. Weather's been an absolute peach.
So Bungard, well, won there by Oosthuizen. Go to the front when in doubt. Scamper down the sideline. That was Marcus Cutler showing all the speed. The ball's come loose.
Yeah, he got the offload away to Wallace. I think it was Wallace just couldn't control it there. Great little piece of play from this UWA team. Very smart. They looked to maul off a lot of those lineouts so far this afternoon. Shut down well there by Joondalup in the end. And it should be Joondalup then with the last throw of the dice in the final minute of this afternoon's play.
Can they go coast to coast to get try number 2? Last play, Oscar White.
Catch! Fine. Thank you. All good. That's fine. Here we go. Let's go again then.
Caleb Young up into the back line. Ethan Riley outside him. Oscar Anderson as well.
Point! Shut!
I'm sure Jordan Grattan will be hovering, but that's another good, solid scrum. Phillips. So Joondalup, they're going to keep attacking. They'll keep taking it to University.
Holding there. Weight 19. Thank you.
Valentino almost gets the arms free. It was a half break. This is Natai. Some quick hands from Phillips. Isaacs offloads. Here they go. Oh, DeMonte.
Sorry, mate. I understand. Good.
And that will be full time
Sorry, I didn't see it.
here at HBF Arena out of Joondalup, and University continuing the domination of the first half to run out victors by 50 points to 7. But Tess, as we mentioned, some bright spots there for Joondalup.
Plenty of bright spots there for Joondalup, and plenty that their coach Adam Munro can build on as this season progresses. But just too classy from this UWA outfit, too well drilled around their set piece. And then when they're able to unleash some of those backs, I especially like the look of Thomas Anderson, the big outside centre. When he got his hand on the ball, he was physical, he was fast. And then as well, how they've been able to add Ethan Riley and Jordan Grattan, some classy players. It just complements this back line very nicely, and I think this UWA team are going to go a long way in this competition this year.
Yeah, and those guys, and the depth of their bench as well. You've got guys like Caleb Young they can bring on. Marcus Cutler, we saw the impact that he made. Geordie Bungard, they go deep.
Yeah, exactly. And Jarvis Wallace as well. I mean, he was named to start originally today, came off the bench though, and didn't miss a beat as well once Brendan Forster had taken his boots off for the afternoon as well. So really good squad depth that Alex Steicher's built there down at the nursery or down at the students' home, the library. It's going to be a big year for the students.
Bradley Roderick Evans also having a good game at 10.
Yeah, very handy. Coming in as well as a new 10. Excellent experienced 9 inside, good experience 12 outside. What a great spot to be successful.
And also, I really did like the work of Valentino, as we mentioned a few times for Joondalup. I thought Ta'ane Nui Phillips also steered the ship, went towards 10 at the end, and Cameron Natai, hopefully that he's okay, because a storming game from the number 9.
Yeah, plenty, like we said, plenty of bright sparks for this Joondalup team. They'll be a lot better for the next time out, and next time we see them on Stan Sports.
So that's all we do have time for this afternoon. Just repeating, it was University of Western Australia taking the points off Joondalup, running out victors by 50 points to 7. It's been great having you with us, and we'll do it all again next week when we bring you the action from the Palmyra Nedlands match live on Stan Sports. My name is Mick Collis on behalf of Heath Testament and all the crew. It's goodbye from HBF Arena.